Hi everybody, this video is going to be my Sgt Pepper music collection. It's going to encompass my vinyl, my cassettes, and my CDs. Sgt Pepper is the album that I probably own the most copies of overall, so it may be a little longer video than some of my other ones, but I'm going to start with the vinyl. This is the stereo original pressing of Sgt Pepper. It's a pretty beat up copy, as you might expect. There's some ring wear, there's a little bit of fading, just kind of some general wear on this copy. But sometimes you take what you can get. If you can find an original stereo copy, it is not always going to be in the best condition. Now, I had to Frankenstein the original inserts. So what I did is I purchased a real beat up mono copy. It was really a trash copy that I got on the cheap. However, it did contain the inserts, which were in perfect condition. So I have, like most people do, I've included, you know, the inserts with the copy that I did have, since it didn't include the inserts. And then also it had the original inner sleeve, the beat up copy that I trashed. And so I have included that with my mono copy. I'm sorry, a stereo copy. I'll show you my mono in a minute. This is what the original label looks like. And I've got this in a separate sleeve, just a plain white sleeve. It's a newer sleeve, and then I just keep the original sleeve separate. So that is stereo. And then for the mono, it's in a little bit better condition. I wouldn't say it's an incredible condition. The spine is very nice. There is a little bit of ring wear, and you know, I wouldn't say it's a terrible copy, but I've got the original sleeve and the cutouts. This originally came with the album, so I was happy to find that. And I'm trying to obtain, because not all my copies have the cutouts and the inner sleeve, so I am trying to, for each of the copies of Sgt Pepper that I have, get an inner sleeve and the cutouts for each. So that is the mono, and again, I've just got it in kind of a plain white sleeve, and then I just keep the regular sleeve separate just to prevent any kind of damage to that. And I don't know how many people actually cut out the mustaches and the other things that came with you know, the original Sgt Pepper packaging, but nonetheless. So this is, and this is a pristine, I would consider this a near mint copy. This is the Apple label. So this would have been after the rainbow label. Sgt Pepper, like most of the other Beatles albums, would have been released on the rainbow, or I'm sorry, the Apple label. And this is an absolutely fantastic copy. I didn't pay too much for this, which I'm actually surprised. It does have the inserts. It does not have a, you know, the red, whatever you want to call that, inner sleeve, but this is what the Apple label looks like. And everything, the vinyl, everything is in fantastic copy, or a fantastic shape for this copy. Everything, the corners are crisp and clear. I couldn't be happier. I really was shocked, because I got this on eBay and I probably paid not more than $25 for it, and when I got it, I'm like, holy crap, I can't believe that a copy in that great condition went for so cheap. So the next copy that I have, and this is on the lime green Capitol label, and this also is in fantastic shape. I mean, no ring wear, the corners are very sharp. It's just, I can't believe the luck that I've got two copies, no ring wear, just fabulous condition. This one does not have the inserts with the mustaches and the cutouts, nor does it have the red blotchy inner sleeve. But this is what the label looks like. So a great copy, again, one that hopefully, you know, I'll find maybe a beat up copy of Sgt Pepper that does have the cutouts and add that to this copy of the album. Eventually I'd like to have it for all the albums. So after the lime green copy, then the next version that I have is one that is on the purple Capitol label. And this was an issue from the late 70s, early 80s, I believe. This was the very first copy that I ever have. It does have the cutouts with it. And then like most purple pressings of this, the sound quality is not great. This will never ever, unless I want to do a comparison about the sound quality of Sgt Pepper, I'll never play this copy because it is, of all the copies that I have, this one sounds the worst. And I don't know how all that works in terms of the pressing and everything like that, but the purple copies of all the Beatles albums tend to have the worst sound quality. They were the worst pressings of that. So I think the only copy that I'm missing would be the orangish, reddish Capitol label, and eventually, I'm sure at some point, we'll try to obtain that. At least in terms of the American copies. I don't have any original British copies. That's something else that I might eventually add to my collection. The next copy that I have is the 50th anniversary re-release, and this is the 2-disc edition. I still have it in the shrink. It's got the hype sticker on it. I haven't taken it out of that. I'm not going to open this up. It's on the yellow Parlophone label, so it doesn't look any different really on the inside than any of the other copies, but this has got an album's worth of outtakes. The original album, which was remixed by Giles Martin, and then there's an album of outtakes on the second disc. So that is my vinyl collection. Now getting into my cassette collection. This is my British import copy of Sgt Pepper. And the track listing is the same as on the album. And this is what the cassette looks like. And then the inside, what you get is just some track information, nothing else. Just a little bit about the, this stereo music cassette also gives genuine monaural reproduction. So then this is my American cassette release of Sgt Pepper. And again, the track listing is the same. I know with a classic album like this, they did not want to mess with the track listing, although it's one of the few American cassettes that does not. Nothing in the J card there. And then finally, this I believe was a 90s, or at least maybe the anniversary of Sgt Pepper in 1987, the 20th anniversary. This was released on cassette. It's a clear copy. And then this has the original gatefold photograph. And then it also has all the lyrics. So that'd be the copy to own. If you're just purely interested in the packaging and the sound quality, this is on the XDR, Expanded Dynamic Range cassette. So that would have been probably the best sounding quality copy. Now going into my CDs, this is the 1987 release of Sgt Pepper, the first time this came out on CD. And for the first time in any Beatles 1987 reissue, they had extensive liner notes, a little bit of an essay, talked about track by track, extra photographs. So really, of all the 1987 CDs, this was probably, next to the White Album, the best packaged Beatles album that you could get. The rest of them, the quality is just real hit or miss. And then in 2009, it was remastered and reissued on CD. I have the back cover photograph. And then this is kind of like a trifold. This is the insert that came with all the remastered CDs. I don't have this as part of the box set. These were all purchased separately. And then another nice book with essays and information about the tracks. And the lyrics. So a great one, the best one to own on CD, that is the original master of this. Trying to stick that extra card in there. And actually the mono version. I would be remiss if I did not include that. So this is the disc that's included as part of the Beatles in Mono box set, and this is a reproduction of the original album. Every detail here is included. The original gatefold. That's what the CD itself looks like. And they've also got the insert there as well. So the mono, they just have fantastic, like with all the Beatles mono releases, they are mini reproductions of the actual album down to the very last detail. So even if you're not a fan of necessarily the songs in mono, which I'm not sure why you wouldn't be, since it's the way the Beatles intended, but just the packaging alone makes it a very, you know, a worthwhile purchase. But be careful, there's a lot of bootleg versions out there where the quality is not up to the standards of the original release. Next CD I have, this is the 2 CD, the 50th anniversary remix by Giles Martin. This is a 2-disc set, and it's the same that you get on the vinyl, where there's the original album on CD 1, and then the second disc is some outtakes, which are in the same order, the tracks are in the same order as they are on the original album. With this one, this is what this booklet looks like. It's the thickest of all the CD booklets by far. A lot of information here. It's not quite as great as the version on the box set, but nonetheless, definitely you get some value for your dollar here. Just a really extensive book there. And then inside, this is what the CD itself looks like. And it all is contained within this fancy little slipcase. Now, the last thing that I have to show is the Monster 50th Anniversary box set. And I kept this in the shrink, but it's kind of like a 3D cover. I don't know if that will show up so well on the video, but just kind of taking it out. I get to be very gingerly taking this out of here. And the whole set comes in this, looks like an EMI tape box. And then I may have got this all backwards, but when I first got this, I thought, oh, there's a copy of the album in here, but actually this is what houses the CDs. But it looks just like the original album, so very cool. And then you also get, this is a reproduction of the poster that John Lennon took the lyrics from Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite from. There is a poster advertising the LP. Kind of disappointed that the subsequent 50th anniversary issues didn't contain these little artifacts like this. You know, these kind of little, I don't know what you'd even call them, but just, you know, kind of cool promo stuff, or, you know, like even the Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite poster was very cool. This is the cutouts, and then there is a very thick coffee table book here that's included with this, and has pictures and essays, information about the recording of all the tracks. So just really a fantastic, I think, value for your money. I mean, this set runs well over $100, but you know, if you're a Beatles fan, it's definitely well worth the investment to have all of this. So that is my Sgt. Pepper music collection. I appreciate any comments that you have. Thanks for watching, and everybody take care.